Hello, my name is Nick. Online I go by Common, and I guess I have a question for you. Do you know what the worst selling Nintendo console of all time is? The Virtual Boy was considered a failure basically by everyone in every metric. It gave people headaches, it was hard to use, and it sold about 770,000 units. The Sega 32X sold about 800,000 units. The TurboGrafx 16? About 750,000, but that was just in the US. So how about this? The Neo Geo CD. About 570,000 units. Would you consider it a failure? I consider it pretty cool, but yeah, kinda. We'll talk about why here. But before we get into the why, let's talk about where I got this from. Last year, a couple friends and I went to Japan. We were there for a couple weeks. We spent some time in Akihabara. Akihabara is sort of the nerd district. It's where all the anime, manga stuff, all that stuff you can find. And also, it's very famous for its electronics. The main street in Akihabara is called Chudori. That literally just means basically the main avenue. That's all it is. One street over is Junk Street. And that's where I found this Neo Geo CD. One of the stores on Junk Street is called the Surugaya Specialty Store. That is where I found this. It was, I think, 40,000 yen? I don't know. It was like 40 bucks US, maybe. The point is, anything you buy off Junk Street is junk. There's no return policy. You can't return things. There's no guarantee that it'll work, and it's basically buy it and either fix it yourself or throw it away. Junk Street's also interesting because it has a bunch of other vendors where you can just buy things that don't necessarily work, but you can get at really, really good prices. And if you can fix them up yourself, then you kind of got a really good chance to get something at a great price. The controller, actually, I got in... Oh, where did I get it from? The controller I have here, I actually got in the box in Ikebukuro. It's Super Potato, which is a very famous video game store in Japan, if you've never heard of it. They didn't have any regular plain controllers, but they did have one in the box, so I figured I might as well pick it up. It looks good on a shelf. The games that I picked up, I managed to find some decent deals at. I know that the most expensive one that I picked up was Viewpoint. I got it at the Madarake complex in Akihabara, and there's actually a little bit of a funny thing about this one. This game was expensive enough that the man behind the counter took it out of the package and let me look at it to make sure that it was up to my quality standards, basically. And then I returned it to him, and he wrapped it in bubble wrap and then sold it to me, which was very nice. Like, you don't get that kind of quality of care for your customers every day. So it was very nice of an experience to have there. Anyway, as you're about to see, when I got this, it very much didn't work. So I had to fix it. And just so you know, I did church up the edit a little bit, but this was before I was shooting with two cameras, so I've only got the one view. I can't jump between views while I was editing this one. Also, the audio is a little bit weak. Trying to do better. I think I'm doing better already. This is actually a video that I recorded over several months last year, and I'm just getting around to finishing it up now. So, we'll see you after the fix.
This console is so big, I have to zoom out.
Okay, so I tested this. I guess I should get myself in place here. Alright, so I tested this by plugging it in, obviously, and trying it out. And unfortunately, there's no video coming from it. Fortunately, that seems to be a pretty simple fix. From everything I've read online, there's 4 little transistors? No, there's something. There's 4 little components in here. This is what they are. They're these things. Inductors. There you go. So, I've got to replace L1, L2, L4, L5, and if it doesn't work after that, I'm gonna cry. Because, you know, I spent money on this thing. The difficult thing about these is that the power supplies are really unusual. They use this very specific port that is very hard to find. Luckily, I did find a third-party replacement for the power supply, so that works at the very least. Now I just gotta make the console itself work for real. Okay, let's get to it. Just kind of getting a lay of the land here. Power switch is down here. We've got the little indicator for keeping the lid closed. Spin this around real quick. Okay, found the inductors, so we're going to take this board out. Makes sense that the issue is on the AV board, I guess. Center frame is really weird. It almost looks like it's rusty just because of the coloration of it. I think that's almost everything. I'm gonna get this guy out of here. Okay. That should free up the board. I can just leave the shield here, honestly. I don't really need to pull it out. Okay. Get the console off to the side. Alright, let's find our inductors. There's L4 right here. We've got L1, L3, L5 is right here. Okay, we're going to start with L1 down here either way. Oh, okay. L2 is right here. It's hiding underneath this bundle of wires. I don't suppose these clips also come out on this side, do they? That would be way too convenient. Because why would anyone ever need to do maintenance on this board? Yeah, no, those are soldered right on there, I think. I don't think those are actually... 1, 2, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 4, and 5. Okay. Almost had it. Partially came out. Okay. There is inductor 1. You should always buy extras when you're doing something you haven't done before. Okay. So that's the first one replaced. Now let's do the next one. L2 is right here. I'm going to actually remove it using the same method I did before, where I just heat up the legs and kind of pull it out. Mostly because these legs are bent over, and so they're kind of a pain sometimes. Let's get a little fresh solder on there to start with. Now I'm going to use the desoldering gun just to kind of clean up the pads. There's a piece of metal stuck in that. It's like one of the legs came off. Huh. Maybe that was the whole reason it wasn't working, because that inductor leg was broken off. Okay, one more to go, because while we're in here, we're just going to do all of them anyways. This is going to be the most annoying one to get to.
Okay, well, at least it came out very easily. There is all of the inductors replaced. Now then, gonna have to get this all back to where it sort of belongs, a little bit at least. And now we're gonna put it back in. You know what? I'm gonna clean it with a little isopropyl too, because that's good practice. I wasn't using like gratuitous amounts of anything chemical-wise this time, but still. Gonna bring this guy back into the equation. And okay, that's all good. Plug that in. Plug this in, maybe. There we go. Plug this in. Plug this guy in. Oh, almost forgot one. Yellow wire needs 2. I don't know what the yellow wire even is. Says something right there. Land 1. So I wonder if that's actually ground, because, you know, you never know. Translations and such. Okay, well, I'm going to put all the screws back in. It's going to take a minute. Gonna get this bad boy plugged back in. There we go. Okay. Let's try King of Fighters 97, one of the games I bought in Japan while I was there. Okay, now I have to go to the television. Okay, we've got it all set up. Oh, that's so much. Oh my god! Yes! Motherfucker, it works. That is beautiful. Ah! Let's go. It doesn't seem to recognize the disc. Oh no! Oh, I had bumped the lid open. It's a spinning now. Okay, well, the first thing's accomplished. We got video. That doesn't sound good. Doesn't seem to be reading. Well, on to the next problem. Okay, I have opened the Neo Geo up again because I have gotten an laser for it. Here's the new replacement laser. This is the top of the unit. There's the laser I'm going to replace. So here we go with that. And the first question is, what parts do we have to remove to get that laser out of there? I guess we're going to have to pull these guys. That's going to be the first step. That one could have probably stayed in there. Okay. So the way this guy comes out is this is going to pop in right here. This guy's going to pop in right there, and then we can lift the shroud off. Looks like we got a screw here and a screw here that are going to come out, and that's going to allow that to release. And that screw just doesn't want to come out at all. Wonder if I can just... I'm going to consult a video in order to make sure that I'm doing the right thing here. Okay, so the video showed me that I was right. It's just this screw is being really annoying. And I'm going to see if my iFixit kit has a better bit that's not going to strip this thing out anymore, because it's already falling apart here. Wow, this screw sucks, dude. It is completely stripping. Oh, boy. Okay, if I can't get it out with this bit, it's just in there forever, basically. And I don't need to take it out, because we can just slide this rod. Perfect. It's going to come out anyways to go through the new CD. Well, how does this come out? It's still sort of stuck up against this wheel. I've got this little retaining washer here. Take good care of that, but that should pop that right off. Okay. That's annoying, because that's all I had to do. Damn it. Okay, now this can just sit down in here. Where is my little metal rod? There it is. It has tried to run away from me. To slip this back into here. Back into its place. I'm going to do everything I can to tighten this screw back down carefully. And it will probably not work, but we're going to try it. Okay. This screw is much better behaved. And it is now in place. Okay, so this should basically, slide freely. Good. Now I'm going to bring it all the way to the front, and you have to like adjust this because there's like a little springing mechanism on top. So you have to align the gears and then put this back on. Okay, you need to get this piece of plastic put back here. Oh, damn it. Okay, well, I'm learning. This is a learning experience after all. Now, put this over here. It's got to go back on here. Okay, that's in place. Now we got to put the screws to it. Cool. Okay. 1, 2. Gliding right there. Okay, I need to adjust the teeth on this. Put this guy back on. Make sure that it looks right. Okay. Now comes the fun part of getting this thing back onto here. You're fucking kidding me. Bounced under here. At least I cut it back pretty quick. Can I just push it down over the top? Is that a thing? I think it is. Okay, it's back on there. That's in place for reals now. Okay, now we have to flip this back over, put it into place. Oh my goodness, this is extensive and annoying. Okay, and again, that's kind of life, isn't it? Alright, this one went on this side. This guy went on this side. Okie doke. Now, I should be 4 screws away from putting this bad boy back together. To test it, at the very least. I think this was actually easier with the big screwdriver. Okay, never mind. I didn't use the big screwdriver for this. How did I use the big screwdriver for? Okay. Now, I didn't use any lithium grease because I don't have any. But if this works, bet your bottom dollar I'll buy some. Just keep those gears in good condition. It's your home. Don't you want to go in your home? Boy, if this doesn't work, I'm going to throw this thing away. I don't care anymore. I mean, the real answer is, like, eventually I would like to put an SD loader in this thing. It's just actually getting a hold of one of those is impossible right now. I guess the guy that makes them just moved, so they're just, you can't get them. That should be everything as far as I understand. Let's flip this bad boy back over. Get it into place. See if the CD thing is there. I forgot one thing. I forgot the cover for this. That's okay. For right now, we're just testing this thing anyways. Let's plug it in and see what works. There's the thing I missed. I'll tear it apart and put it back in there if it works. I mean, frankly, even if it doesn't work, I'll do that, but I don't know what I'm saying right now. I just want this thing to work. Please! Okay, the CD laser is moving, and it looks good. So that is a start. We're gonna try King of Fighters 97. Well, let's try a different game. Just for the laughs, just for the sake of it, you know? Yeah, it's giving up on that too. Okay, let's try an audio CD, I guess. See if we get anything different with that. Oh, we got something different. At least it sees it. It can't play it. Okay. So I set it to track 11, and it tracked up to it, found it, and it's trying to play it, but it's skipping and not really working. So now I'm wondering if I just need to dial in the pot. Because if I do, that's good news. I mean, this is more than I've ever gotten out of this thing. Let me show you. Like, it's trying. It's starting to get there. If I get this thing to work, it will never, ever, like be unplugged again or anything. It's gonna live in perpetuity, plugged in and happy. Take it back out again anyways. I'm gonna adjust this. The pod is like right back here. It's a very, like, it's well placed for adjustment. It's just I'm a dum-dum and forgot to put the plastic shroud that this needs back on it. So now I have to take this out again. That one's in place, and this guy's just gotta go right down in there. There it is. Okay. The shroud is now in place. I'm going to adjust this pot just maybe, not even a quarter turn, maybe like an eighth turn to the right, and see what that does to it. I guess to the left, not to the right. Okay, plug it back in. We're going to try with the audio CD first, because it seems like that might be a little more forgiving in this regard. CD something.
didn't even read it this time. Well, hold on, I'll be back.
I've got audio CD. Okay, so the audio CD plays. Now we're gonna try King of Fighters 97. That says, please wait for a while, by the way. I don't know. Google Translate on that because I still haven't learned my Nihongo. Press start button. No fucking way. Oh god, just give this to me. Ah, yeah! Oh, thank god. I'm so fucking excited. Oh, the load times, they're legendary. They're fucking legendary, bro. Bro, it's a good fucking day. Oh, I forgot. There you go, look, it's me asking a burger. Drugs. Anyway, King of Fighters 97, loading, let's go. Bro, I'm so fucking psyched right now, that's so sick. Ugh! I love when shit fucking works. Let's go. Oh, yeah, the answer was I had to fiddle with the pot on the laser once I got it into the right position. I literally just kind of dialed it all the way to the right and then backed off maybe an eighth of a turn, and that's what got it. So, we're good. Oh my god, I'm shaking. Can't hold the camera steady. Ah! I'm really good at fighting games. Let's try that shooter I bought. God, I just love that this works. So happy right now. There you go. It's now fixed. It's now working. I'm going to be real with you. I think one of the games doesn't work still, but it might just be the game. Again, I got a lot of these at pretty decent prices. The one that does work is definitely Viewpoint. I've played it a little bit here and there, and I really like it, actually. I'm probably going to sit down and play some more of it. So if I threw in some actual gameplay footage, that'll be here.
Round 2, fight!
And if I didn't, sorry, I was lazy, I guess. The point is that I got this at a really good deal, and it cost me significantly less than buying one on eBay here in the States. But at the same time, by the time I'd fixed it up and bought some games for it and a controller and everything, didn't really save that much money. At the same time, I've got a Neo Geo CD, and I fixed it myself, and that feels pretty cool, so... Ignore the fact that I'm wearing different clothing and the shot just changed completely. Nothing's different. Just don't worry about it. I never talked about why I said the console was a failure. So the low sales numbers obviously are the big indicator of failure for this console. Selling not even 1 million consoles after it's been on sale for like 3 years, that's not great. I said earlier in this video that the load times are legendary, and they really are. Sometimes the load times can go for several minutes at a time, and sometimes you get multiple loading screens before you get to play the game at all. That's one of the major complaints that people have about the Neo Geo CD. At the time, though, when it came out, there were a few more. You see, this console came out in the US in 1996. It was early 96, about 8 or 9 months before the N64. But the PS1 had already been out for a year or two at this point. That means that a lot of people were playing 3D games well before the Neo Geo CD came out, and the Neo Geo CD couldn't do any 3D gaming. It was 100% 2D. Combine that with the price of $399, which adjusted for inflation today is right around $880, and yeah, it was expensive, it didn't play 3D games so it didn't look modern, and also, if you did play the games on it, you spent a lot of time looking at loading screens. The games themselves were priced pretty well though, they were like $50 to $80, so it had that going for it. Thanks for stopping by, I hope you liked this video too. If you did, subscribe, comment, like it, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time.